We're at the strip club. He's lit, I'm lit adjacent, and we're having a good time. And then suddenly he's not having a good time and he's like, I'm ready to go. And I didn't understand because I was like, we getting booty cheeks thrown at us in every direction. I'm happy. Why are you not? Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. This has been I have a highly requested video. Oh my God, I have a highly requested video. This has been a highly requested video. A lot of y'all have asked to see my everyday makeup routine. Disclaimer, this is just my makeup routine. I don't do makeup every day. I like to let my face breathe. So this is literally my only makeup routine because I do nothing else. But I didn't want to just do my makeup and then cause again, I am by no means a beauty guru, a beauty artist, a makeup fiend. So what I'm going to do today is what I do for me, what works for me. I don't need y'all in the comments talking about, oh my God, she beat her face wrong. Oh my God, why is she using those brushes? Okay, back to the video. Yeah, so I thought it would be weird if I just sat here and did my makeup. So I figured I'd give y'all an interesting story while I did it. So I'm gonna talk about the time I found out I was being cheated on. All right, let's get into it. So to start, I usually just have water to my face, just give her a good scrub. And I know y'all are gonna drag me for this, but I don't use a moisturizer. My face is very moisturized. So I usually just wash my face and then get straight into my primer. I have the Smashbox, the original finish, Smooth and Blur. As you can tell, use the crap out of it. I need another one. So, if anybody wants to send me one for Christmas. So the story about how I was cheated on. I was dating this guy. We were in a long distance relationship, which really tends to just be all of my relationships. I just think people that know me don't like me and people who never met me are like, cool. But we were in a long distance relationship, so we decided to meet up for his birthday. And so we decided to meet up for his birthday. And we were down in Atlanta and I want to say we spent maybe a few days down there. And I wanted to take him to the strip club for his birthday. Really, I just wanted to go to the strip club. We get to the strip club. This is technically the day, might be a day or two before his birthday. 2 days before. It was 2 days before his birthday. And we're at the strip club. He's lit, I'm lit adjacent, and we're having a good time. And then suddenly he's not having a good time and he's like, I'm ready to go. And I didn't understand because I was like, we getting booty cheeks thrown at us in every direction. I'm happy. Why are you not? So after my primer, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. I know this is not traditional, and again, y'all are gonna drag me, but I use black eyeshadow to do my eyebrows. I have literally my entire life. I don't like eyebrow pencils, eyebrow creams, anything besides eyeshadow. So I have this L'Oreal Paris, I don't even know what it is. It says something 09. And then I just have a small angled brush. And then we'll get into it. Remember, your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So back to the story. So yeah, so he's not having fun at this strip club and he's like, I wanna go. And I was like, okay, I guess. So we're leaving the strip club, and mind you, the man is lit. And we took an Uber pool for whatever reason. We took an Uber pool and we get in there where there are these also very lit drunk girls. And he's telling them about how I'm his bae and he loves me and all this stuff. He's not generally a very affectionate person. So I was like, oh yeah, the liquor's gotten to you. So later that night, he goes and explains that he didn't like being in the strip club because he felt like he was disrespecting me because all those girls were dancing on him. And it just made him feel some kind of way. And I was like, oh, babe, it's fine. I was throwing dollar bills too. But he insisted. He was just like, I really didn't like that. I felt uncomfortable. I didn't want, he's like, I felt like I was putting you in a bad predicament. I was making you look bad. And I was like, oh, that's sweet, okay. So now, it's the day before his birthday. Man, I'm gonna get through this story before I get through my makeup. I digress. So anyway, so it's the day of his birthday. I don't even really remember what we did all day, but we were gonna watch a football game that night at a bar that was near the Airbnb that we rented out. So we go to this bar, and I'm like, it's the day before his birthday. I'm gonna get him all the way drunk, and he's gonna have a good time. You know, I was trying to be a thoughtful, good girlfriend. All right, so now that my brows are semi together, I'm going to go and conceal them with this 420 Fenty concealer. And I'm talking about, we use a dab of schmab. We barely get in there. Like, that there, that there. I can't tell y'all the last time I've had my eyebrows waxed, threaded. No, I might have had them threaded once, and that was enough for me to know I never want my eyebrows threaded ever again. And then I just go in with this flat brush. Again, y'all, these, I think like half of these brushes came from Groupon. Some of these brushes came from Ross. I can't give you a name or what them is. My one might be e.l.f. I might have a MAC brush in there somewhere. As long as it does the job, I really don't care what the brush is. I mean, maybe when I get some money, then I'll care, but till then, ooh, child, ghetto. So yeah, I really just put it under and above my brow, and then on top, and I just kind of blend it out. We'll go back over with everything, but this just makes it look like super sharp, super crisp. So yes, so we decided to go to a bar to watch the football game, and I'm like, I'm gonna get him super drunk. You know, we're gonna have a really good time. So we're at this bar and we're ordering all this food, and we have like a big booth. Like, I don't understand why they put 2 people at this giant booth, but it's like one of those. Why did this one get sad all of a sudden? What is that about? Ooh. Why should I do this video and then my makeup don't turn out right and then I'm gonna feel some kind of way? Cause usually y'all, I know what I be doing, but when you be under pressure like that, you know, you don't know what you be doing. And then I'll usually just go back over it with my eyeshadow, and I'll just like clean up stuff that got concealed that wasn't supposed to be. Yeah, so they put us at this really large booth. It wasn't really a booth, it was like it's a booth, but it's like a circular booth, if that makes sense, and it has like these really high chairs. And so we're sitting there watching the game, we're ordering all this food, having a good time. He's getting really drunk. I'm enjoying the fact that he's really drunk, because then I'm like, great, you know, I know you're having a good time. So, oh, and usually I just go in after this and like try and smooth out the front so they fade better. Somebody once told me my eyebrows are too long, and I was like, sure, okay. I didn't know that was a thing. They match my face. All right, now my favorite part. I go in with my Fenty. You know, I'm face brought to you by Fenty. Literally everything. This isn't sponsored, so Rihanna, you know, this. I know you've got millions now. I go in with my Fenty 430 Pro Filter. I have really oily skin, so the first formula she created was perfect for me. And then I just have this large beauty blender, and then I just go everywhere into it. We do it, we beat it. Beat it, just beat it. You know, I had this question before. I asked people, do you do your makeup and then your edges, or your edges and then your makeup? Because I feel like if you do your edges and then your makeup, how are you supposed to blend into your edges? But if you do your makeup and then your edges, you got makeup all in your edges. It's a lose-lose, but people swear by doing your edges first. I was like, okay, as long as you remember, blend into your edges. The last thing you want the ring. And then I usually give myself like a double chin and I just make sure I get one under there. You know, you gotta blend into everything. Blend into it all. Usually 3 pumps are good enough for me, but I'll go back in and like fix my problem areas with an extra dab of ranch. So, all right, we are at this bar, we're ordering food. He's getting really drunk, we're all having a good time. Then out of the blue, I get a text message that says, be careful with the guy you're with, he has a girlfriend. And I was like, yeah, me, I'm the girlfriend. Obviously, we've been together at this point 2 years. I'm the girlfriend. So I was like, I was like, who are you? And they were like, don't worry about it. I'm just a concerned friend. You know, be careful of it. And I was like,
this don't make no sense because I know my man. I know my man and I know he loves me.
And I was like, okay. I was like, you know what, Destiny, it could just be a wrong number. Happens all the time, you know? Anybody, it could be anybody, and then you blow up on this man and it ain't even about him. All right, so, get it together. Next I go in with my, again, Fenty concealer in 430. And then I just, you know, highlight all my highlight areas. And then I have, I don't even know what kind of brush you would call this, but it's just like a straight brush that's kind of thick. It's kind of straight. I don't know. It's a wide, flat brush. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm just blend her out. So yeah, I'm sitting there like, what do you mean he's got a girlfriend? So I asked the person, I was like, who do you think, you know, who do you think I'm with and who do you think is my boyfriend? And when I tell you they gave the government name, the address he stayed at, they gave me everything but his social, essentially. And I was like, oh, well, that is who I am with. And then again, I was like, well, how do you know this? And like, who the F are you? They were like, don't worry about it. And I was like, no, you're telling me all this information, I'm gonna worry about it. So I text my sister and I'm like, Raven, they're saying that my boo has another girlfriend and they're not telling me who they are. Like, what do I do? She said, call the number. And I was like, you're right, I should call the number. So I get up and I go to the bathroom and I call the number and of course they don't answer. All right, now that we've highlighted, I go in with my, oh y'all, this feels so sponsored. I go in with my Fenty creamer. Actually it's a matchstick. I go in with my Fenty matchstick in espresso. And we just like, you know, we get one there and there, and then I go around my forehead and then up my nose, like that. Because I've gotten thick over the years, we do right down here in your chin. Yes, that's how life works. And then I have another thick flat brush, but this flat brush has like a slight angle to it. I don't know if you can tell that from it. And yeah, I just blend all that out. So yeah, so I go into the bathroom, I call, and of course they don't answer. So now I'm on stress level 10. I'm like, yo, these people are telling me my man's cheating on me. They're not telling me who they are, but they know who he is. Like, it could just be somebody who's out for revenge. So I go back to the table and I'm like, you know when you get really mad, but like, you can't show that you're really mad, you kind of just have to sit in your mad. So I'm sitting and I'm like, yo, none of this makes sense. I don't know what's going on. So I was like, you know what, Destiny? Instead of, so I should tell y'all what I'm doing. So I just contoured that out to like the middle of my cheeks. I once was told I go too far, but you know, I do that in life. So when I contour, or when I blend it out on my nose, I also bring it to my eyes, just because I don't like eyeshadow. I think it makes my eyes look small. Also, my lashes are done and I don't like getting powder in my lashes because I like them to last forever because they're really expensive. So I just use my creamer. Well, it's not a creamer, Destiny, it's a matchstick. I told y'all I'm not a professional at this, but I just blend it out like that. I don't know if you can tell the difference. I feel like I can tell the difference. It works like an eyeshadow and like an eye contour. So I'm like, you know what, Destiny, just talk to the man, ask the man what's going on. So I told him, I was like, hey, so I got a text message and it says you have another girlfriend, like that's not me. And they know who you are and where you live and where you work. And they were like, what? oh, you need to block that number. And as soon as he said block the number, I knew I needed to dig deeper. He's a very logical person. That's what it was. He's logical. And I felt like if he wasn't cheating on me, he'd been like, why are they doing that? Who says this? Like, who is saying this? He would have had more questions than just block the number. And so I knew immediately. I was like, oh no, this ain't right. Something, you gotta dig deeper, Destuhnee. All right, now that most of my creams are done, I set everything with powders. So I don't really bake because I found baking just makes me look really bright. But I go in with my Fenty powder. I don't know what it's like officially called. So I go in with my Fenty setting powder in Banana and back to my beauty blender that I had. And I just use the other side. And is that a hair? I go in there and again, just get a dab of ranch. And I like beat it in the whole way because again, baking for me, I don't like it. I don't like baking. Yeah, so he told me to block the number and I was like, oh yeah, this ain't looking good for the home team. You need to dig deeper. So he's watching the football game. I'm investigating into who this person is and why they got my number. I'm sitting there and I don't remember exactly what I had asked him, but I was like, this ain't making sense, this ain't adding up. So I was like, you know what? I was like, Destuhnee, you need to give him the benefit of the doubt. He has literally never given you a reason not to trust him. And this person isn't telling you who they are. Like, they really could just be somebody who's malicious and doesn't want him to succeed in life. Because, the man want to hold the black man down. The person eventually gave up and was like, his girlfriend's name is, let's go with Taylor. I don't know what I do next. What happens? What did I just do? Oh, I did my powder. Okay. So now I'm gonna go in with another matte stick that is cinnamon. I use this for my highlights and I use it on my cheeks and my nerves. So right there and right there. When I tell y'all I abuse this color, I abuse this color. I have this, I don't know the name of these brushes. Another brush, but it's not flat this time, it's round and it's also thick, like her mama. And I just blended it. So I turned to him and I go, hey boo, they say it's Taylor. Do you know a Taylor? And he goes, I don't know why you're still having this conversation with these people. I don't know a Taylor. I know a guy Taylor. And I was like, okay. Again, the man has literally never given me any reason not to trust him. All right, so next up, I'm going in to set everything with my Makeup Forever super matte loose powder. I went to the guy in Sephora and I was like, I use a setting powder because that's what everybody on YouTube is using. And he suggested this one. I like it. I don't know what the color is, brown. But yeah, I just go over and dab it all through. I like to do this because again, the banana makes me a bit nervous and having a bunch of colors on my face makes me nervous. So this, I feel like, if it's too much, evens everything out. It gives me my color back, essentially. And it makes everything super matte. And I like super matte because I'm behind these hot lights. And I need y'all to think, your girl ain't as oily as she really is. All right, after that, oh Lord, I think now I've done my makeup routine quicker than the rest of it. Oh, I go in with my blush. This I actually got from a video we did, and we did this Black Radiance in 8306 Toasted Almond Amade Grille. So yeah, so I asked him, do you know a Taylor? He was like, I know a dude Taylor. I was like, the man is literally never giving you any reason not to trust him. So I told the person, I was like, look, you're not telling me who you are. He's saying he's never met a Taylor. I'm gonna have to go with him. I don't know who you are. And they were like, I'm just a concerned friend, da 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 da. So it's halftime of the football game and he's like, I wanna leave. And I'm like, yo, this is a major game. You wanna leave in the middle of the game? Okay. So we get back to our Airbnb. All right, my last powder that I use is this Fenty Universal. It's a blotting powder. I know I'm supposed to use it like when I start getting oily, but I like to put it on to just, you know, to get it before it gets me. We get back to the Airbnb and I'm like, yo, no, this ain't sitting right with me. This doesn't feel, you need to keep going. You need to keep going. And I was like, I don't want to be that girl that like searches out another girl on Instagram, but I was literally going crazy. So I look up Taylor under his Instagram and I find her and I'm like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, look, I know this is random, but do you know Billy Bob? And she goes, yeah, we have been dating for the past year. Wet? You've been wet? She's like, yeah, we've been dating like since the past year. Why? Do you know him? I was like, yes, we've been dating for the past 2. Who are you? And why have you decided to wreck my home? So I show him the message and I'm like, you're an asshole. And then I walk into the back room and I'm like composing myself. And then I finally come out into the living room and the man is packing his bags. And I was like, what? What's happening? Where are you going? And he's like, I'm such a terrible person. You never should have to deal with this. And I'm like, bruh, just slow it down. Okay, pipe down. You're a 10, I need you to bring it to a 4. I was like, we need to have a conversation before you just get up and jet anywhere. And the reason I swear by whatever that cream was and where it went, the cinnamon matchstick, is because it matches so perfectly with this, I believe the one I use is Hustler Baby, Fenty highlighter. And I believe your highlighter should stop traffic. It's technically a blush brush, but, and so I'm like, yo, no, we need to have this conversation about this other woman. Turns out she knew about me. He came to visit me one day and apparently she found stuff in his apartment and was like, yo, who is this? And he was like, it's my girlfriend. Take me or leave me with it. And she was like, okay. Bruh. And then she had a friend like some months later stalking me on Twitter because I had called the girl out about something and she decided she wanted Twitter beef. And I was like, we can have Twitter beef. I'm here for it. I don't have a problem with that. I am petty. And yeah, that's the story how I found out I was being cheated on. All right, the last thing adjacent. I don't even know what this is because it's, oh, Wet n Wild H2o Waterproof. I think it's technically an eyeliner. Actually, I know it's an eyeliner, but I have a beauty mole above my lip that pretty much gets faded when I do my makeup. So I like to just go in and line over it so it's, you know, more pronounced. I am not drawing on a fake one. It is already there. I'm just drawing it back on, kind of like my eyebrows, all right? There. Yeah, I mean, for a while, that hurt very bad, but I think it's like the craziest thing to ever happen to me in my life. Like literally, we were together 2 years and for an entire year of that relationship, the man was living a literal double life. All right, last but not least, I go in with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and I just mist it everywhere. It's probably too much, but I have a giant fan that sits in my apartment and I usually just stand in front of it like, imagine I'm Beyonce. Usually for my lip, I don't do anything. I'll do something if like, it is a, I don't know, I have like a color on and then maybe I'll do a red lip or a black lip or a pink lip or a purple lip. I have a lot of lip colors. But usually I just go with like some basic chapstick. But I will also, if I'm like trying to go fancy and I'm on camera that day, I'll either go with this Fenty gloss or I swear by this Dior, I don't even know what it is, lip glow. And clearly I swear by it because it's out. But it's supposed to like bring out the, I think this brings out the pinks or the reds in your lip. They have one that brings out the yellows. I think there's another one that brings out like an orange tint. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's my look. There's nothing. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do when I do my makeup. Again, I only ever really do makeup when I have to either be on camera or I'm going to an event. So this is the only look I do. If y'all want to see me like try and literally try to do eyeshadow, let me know in the comments. Don't forget, be sure to, I don't know. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments again if you want more makeup stuff, what looks you want me to do. If you really, really are just like, Destuhnee, you need eyeshadow, and you want to see me make a fool of myself on the internet, let me know in the comments. Until then, next time, peace.